Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi there.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2024. Wow,
Yeah,
time's flying.
yeah. Hopefully you've got your spaceship and you're buzzing around like we're supposed to be in 2024.
And the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for following along. And we were just wondering if you guys were able to get your copy of the Deflame Diet book. If not, we have it at the office. It's $25. It's a really good read. It should be in everyone's library, we feel. But hopefully you're making time to reading it and applying it.
Yeah, and today's video blog is entitled The Importance of Being One's Own Healthcare Provider. And there's words in there that we'll want to clear up and understand. So that's what we're going to do right now. The importance of being one's own healthcare provider. Dr. Diane's going to go ahead and read.
It is very important just because you have to be an advocate for yourself.
Good.
And so you definitely want to pay attention to what people are recommending for you, do your own research and things like that.
Right.
In terms of a practical guide to help a person be his own healthcare provider, I haven't found many other books or resources as good as the Deflame Diet by Dr. Mark Seaman.
No, David.
For those who haven't gotten their copy yet, we have some at our office. Don't let the title fool you. This is not a recipe book or helpful hints on how you can spice up your dining time. It describes how to change yours to a de-inflammatory lifestyle, and how in doing so a person can become truly healthy and well.
Yeah, you get the difference there, the little nuance. It's a lifestyle. As you'll see as we go through this, it's not a curative process. It's a lifestyle. So and we'll see that. I won't cut ahead, but it's a lifestyle. And this book will help you understand that lifestyle, and we can help you manage and navigate that lifestyle, and in essence, bring to yourself healthcare, which makes you your own healthcare provider.
And what's great about this book is it does help you learn how to look through the grocery store and buy the right kinds of foods, not the wrong ones. Anyone who has spent any time reading these blogs will immediately recognize this as a resounding theme, being one's own healthcare provider to be truly healthy and well. Understand that I am not talking about crisis management or handling a disease when a person has crossed over the line and their life is in peril. This is not healthcare. If a person is having a heart attack and goes to the hospital and the doctors manage to save this individual's life, this is crisis management, but not healthcare.
Yeah, you get what we're talking about. I'm not talking about you take your Rambo knife and cut into your own chest and heart massage yourself while you're sewing your head back on and all the other crazy crap. We're not talking about this. We're talking about healthcare, not crisis management. When you have not done healthcare, you are on the fast track for crisis management, at which time now the medication and all the rest of the stuff.
So I like to look at it like healthcare versus sickness care. You know, we're trying to talk about not becoming sick and staying well the rest of your days.
Right.
So healthcare is not treating illnesses and diseases or tending to injuries, but rather a lifestyle employed by the individual that pursues health and wellness, eating nutrient-dense whole foods, avoiding inflammatory calories, getting exercise, plenty of sleep, and sunlight. These are lifestyle behaviors that promote an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, health, and wellness, and can only be delivered by the individual himself.
Yeah, and you get the idea. It's just like every disease known to mankind. You'll look right here. Here's this big book, Pathology Basis of Disease by, this was Robbins. Maybe this was Robbins. I don't know who that was. Yeah, Robbins and Cortran. And every single disease in this starts off with some sort of an inflammatory type situation. So you can see that in order to not be on the path to disease and disorder, you'd really want to manage the inflammation. I'm not talking about a swollen elbow or a little bit of low back pain. I'm talking about this girth, high blood pressure, blood sugar levels elevated, and all of that other stuff. These are things that you can actually do something about with your lifestyle. And in essence, avoid pretty much or mitigate pretty much every disease known to mankind. Who wouldn't do that if it was one thing?
Yeah. So get the difference between crisis management and healthcare. They are not the same. And why is this so important? First and foremost, there are no curative remedies beyond the individual himself. Medication and pills at best mitigate a disease, but the person is still unhealthy, and this is true for natural remedies as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the medication if it really got rid of the disease.
Think about that. And that's what we're talking about, chronic illnesses and these inflammatory things. These are things where, oh, the doctor says I got to take this for the rest of my life. Then it's not fixing you. And it's like, oh, I never thought of that before. No, then it's not fixing you. You see what I'm saying? It'd be one thing, you take a couple pills, and now you're cured, so to speak. I know that's a dirty word, we can't say that. Now you're cured, and you go on with your life, and you live. But that's not what these things are. These things are essentially pills that you take to prolong the inevitable being that monstrous train wreck that you simply never ever recover from.
The biggest one is type 2 diabetes. So many people don't know that they can get rid of that. You can actually become a non-type 2 diabetic once you've been diagnosed. You just have to change the way you eat and your lifestyle. So consider medications for high blood pressure and diabetes. At best, these pills get a person to a pre-hypertensive and a pre-diabetic status, which is still unhealthy, and along with all the side effects that will lead to further worsening of a person's overall health and wellness. Should this person change his lifestyle to include healthy eating, exercise, and proper sleep, he would be able to do what no medication or surgery ever could, which is creating a healthy body.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. So you take these medications, and it's like, well, your blood pressure was through the ionosphere, blood sugar was through the ionosphere, and everything else. So ultimately, rather than blowing up today, you'll be gradually worsening and blowing up some other day. And it's like, what's the point? Why don't you handle the situation?
And there's so many people being put on statins and metformin, statins for cholesterol issues, blood fat issues, and metformin's for a diabetic medication. But they're being put on it preventatively to prevent the diabetes that's probably going to happen, and to prevent the stroke or heart problem that's probably going to happen. And their levels are actually okay, but they're being put on these medicines. It's just, it gets insane. So if you have that happening, you can call us. We'll talk you off the ledge.
Yeah,
but
it really is. And that's the big problem. It's like, okay, so now you got these medications, and we'll see in later blogs the number of people and various age groups that are on the various types of pills and all the rest of the stuff and everything. Yeah, and we're not anti-pill or anti-surgery. We're just pro-results.
Yeah, it says, in fact, many studies have been done mixing a variety of medications to remedy chronic illnesses such as diabetes, elevated blood fats, triglycerides, and high blood pressure. There's a concept of a polypill. So this pill will have all these remedies in that for all these various potential illnesses. It's really crazy.
Yeah, so all the chronic illnesses, the triglycerides, the blood sugar, the blood pressure, and cholesterol and stuff like that. So they're trying to take and put all of these into one pill, so that all you have to do is take this one pill, and it will lower these numbers to a point where, like I say, you're a ticking time bomb that will eventually blow up rather than blowing up today. The thing that's interesting, when they did this, the researchers were so convinced that this poly pill was going to get rid of 80% or more of these chronic illnesses. What happened?
Right. So confident were the researchers that they had finally discovered a cure, they predicted an 80% decrease in these afflictions of chronic illness, but they were very wrong. Not only did the pills make very little change in these conditions, but failed miserably compared to the dramatic results associated with lifestyle modifications.
Oh my gosh, there we go again with this lifestyle stuff. And it's like, that you can do what you want, but it's like, when we see the people that come in on all these pills, it's one of those things where they consider chiropractic an alternative healthcare. In terms of low back, the research is showing that chiropractic is the treatment of choice. At that point, chiropractic is no longer the alternative. Taking the pills and doing the rest of the stuff is the alternative. We're getting to the point where now lifestyle changes are actually the treatment of choice. They are the things that are most effective and work the absolute best. To take all of these pills and all the rest of the stuff is the alternative.
Mm-hmm. Right. So score another point for being one's own healthcare provider and healthy lifestyle modifications. I rarely tell people what to do, but I'm telling each of you to get David Seaman's The Deflame Diet book, read it and apply it as best one can, and join us on what I think will be the last Thursday of each month at the at Paragon Chiropractic Book Club.
It is the last Thursday every month from 7 till 8:30. We're going to probably continue to discuss this book and then other books and things along those particular lines.
And we sit around and people bring us questions, and we let them know what our point of view is, and we discuss the options and things like that. It's a really great little time to get together with like-minded people.
Which means you really don't need to read, I mean, for the book club, you don't need to read the book because we're going to be there answering questions and talking about this stuff anyhow. But for yourself, you should read the book. And
if you
not,
have this under your belt, you will make great health choices.
Yeah, you'll fix your lifestyle and you'll be pursuing health and wellness instead of disease and disorder. And you got to keep that in mind. That's the big thing. Mm-hmm. You're either on the path to wellness or you're on the path to unwellness.
And we just basically work to put the controls of your destiny back into your own hands, where they should have been all along.
Right.
So in the next blogger vlog, we're going to discuss more reasons why one will most definitely want to be their own healthcare provider. And let us know if you have any questions, and we would be happy to help you.
Yeah, we have this book here. We can get our hands on it. You can get your hands on it. It's not a difficult read. And it's not the only book. You know, it's like at some point you have to become a student of life.
Yeah, we have a handful of books we'll refer to, and we can share those with you as well, because maybe a different book would interest you. But and they're all real good reads. So
because there's nothing that's going to save your wretched hide except you. So you might as well know as much as you can, and be skilled in as much as you can in
and
health
our job is we're just trying to help you strategically age. You know, mobility is very important, staying mobile is very important, but what you put in your mouth is also hugely important. And when you eat, and we discuss all of that at these Thursday book clubs, so we hope to see you there. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, and if you think about it, click I like this, and Dr. Dave's really cool, and all the rest of the stuff. Dr. Diane's okay. But
I'm cooler.
Yeah, but go ahead and like this and tell all your friends. Okay, thank you. Happy New Year.
Bye.